let's take a look at the new product called the M128 pump. And joining me to talk about the pump is Steve Sullivan with the Stenner Pump Company. So, Steve, I understand that the M128 pump was created to answer requests from customers in the animal health industry.
That's right, Bill. They've asked for a pump to reliably inject medications and nutrients into the animal's water supply at the common ratio of 1 to 128. Basically, 1 ounce of solution to 128 ounces of water, and this is it.
So in agricultural applications, the customers were already assembling the Stenner pump and pump controller. Stenner incorporated the installer's creativity and made it into one pump, the M128, also known as the Stenicator.
One of our customers came up with the nickname because he wanted a Stenner for his medicator, so he named it a Stenicator.
Now I get it. This display shows what a typical setup might look like. Now here's the main water line with the water flowing this way that provides the water for drinking or end use.
To describe how it works, let's use birds on a poultry farm, for example. If they're showing signs of illness, they will need a solution of liquid medication. When it's time to inject the solution, this hose is a bypass to inject the medicine into the water flow.
Now, the M128 is a peristaltic pump, so one advantage is the solution doesn't touch the moving parts as it runs through the suction line, the pump tube, and the discharge line.
Now, with most proportioners, the solution and water are mixed inside the housing. Often the water source is from a well, and sand and grit in the water pumping through the inside of the housing can cause damage to the unit. In addition, injecting acids to adjust pH or chlorine to disinfect can also be harsh on a proportioner.
And because of the peristaltic design, the M128 pump is self-priming and holds its prime, right?
Correct.
Steve, what is the basic difference between an M128 and a proportioner?
They both deliver 1 ounce of solution for each gallon of water. The proportioner is water-driven. It speeds up and slows down as the water flow changes and does not require electricity. The M128 is activated by a dry contacting water meter and requires electricity.
You know, I like the looks of the system, but I still need to understand how the meter turns on the pump.
In general, most water meters send a signal when a volume of water passes through, known as a pulse output. The most common output is 1 pulse per gallon of water. The M128's pulse output is pre-programmed from the factory. Once the very first pulse is sent, the pump will run for a fixed amount of time to reliably deliver 1 ounce of solution.
You know, I've heard that a lot of facilities have pulsing water meters in place to register livestock water usage to the house controller, right?
That's right.
So does another water meter have to be purchased just to activate the pump?
No, not at all. Our engineering department specifically designed a signal splitter inside the M128. The signal splitter allows 1 meter to initiate 2 functions. The meter delivers an input signal to the signal splitter, which simultaneously activates the pump and sends an output signal to the controller.
So the M128 is activated by a water meter. What if a customer doesn't have a meter?
We offer the M128 system. The system is pre-assembled and consists of the pump and meter mounted on a panel that conveniently hangs on the wall. This is also great for retrofits and new construction.
Well, this is a very practical system. Now, is there anything else about the M128 pump that would be important for us to know?
Yes. Most applications have a water pressure regulator to manage the pressure levels going into the livestock area. The injection point can be installed after the regulator to inject at a higher output at lower pressures up to 25 psi. The peristaltic design allows the M128 to inject 15 to 20 feet and still maintain its outputs.
No, it sounds like Stenner has met the requests of your customers with the M128, or should I say the Stenicator.
Well, we think so. Their feedback has certainly made a difference.
Thank you for your time, Steve.
You're welcome.
And thank you for joining us at the Stenner Pump Company.